Hello everybody, Felicia here, and I am back with a layout using the Felicity Jane kit, and it's the Julia kit from Felicity Jane. I've had this kit, this is the first time I've actually cracked it open. I've had it for a while, and so I decided to go ahead, like I said, I was in my earlier videos, using a lot of my stash that I have let build up due to the fact that I was in school and everything. So now I am using this stuff. I love the colors of this kit. And as I've said before in the past, green is my ultimate favorite color. And so using this kit is actually giving me some of my feel goods about my favorite color, green. So the flowers on this pattern paper is just awesome. I decided to go ahead and go with this pattern paper. Now the photo that is going on this layout is of the Earth Goddess at the botanicals in Atlanta, Georgia, when I went last summer. So we took a trip out to Atlanta, Georgia, where my dad had resided at that time, to go and see him. And I have a video on that on my other channel about my trip to Atlanta, and we had a great time when we went. My daughter and me went, and we decided to make it like not only just a visitation for him, but also a partial vacation. So that's what we decided to do. And so we went to the botanical gardens and we saw the Earth Goddess, and she is big too. It was bigger than I thought it was. And it was really, really nice and very, very pretty. I mean, it was awesome. So I had a great time doing that. And we went through the whole, oh my gosh, 30 acres it was. And it was just awesome. That place was nice. It was a lot of humidity that day, but we still enjoyed ourselves. So, yeah. And one of the workers there had made us a coffee cocktail. Now, I knew it was coffee in it, but I had no idea that there was going to be that much alcohol in it. But it was delicious. And yes, I drank more than half of it. So, and we were walking around, good thing, at the botanical gardens for a while there. We were there for almost 3 hours. That's what we did. Alrighty, so now we're here to the layout. So as you can see, I know you're wondering how I figured out and came up with this idea for this layout. I actually have a book that is by, oh my gosh, I forgot. Anyway, I took one of the sketches, and I decided to go ahead and use a sketch there because I knew what I wanted for this page, but I wasn't sure how I wanted it situated. So I took a cue from the sketch that was in that sketchbook there, and I decided to go ahead and use that sketch. I really enjoy using that sketch though. Oh my gosh, it was great. It was a good idea. I'm glad I did use that and had, was able to get a sketch out of that. So, but anyway, for the most part, I am putting all these pieces down. I'm getting everything together, using everything from the Felicity Jane kit. Except for a few things here, which you see me right there. These are pearls, and I've had these in my stash. We don't even want to know. I'll tell you, I've had them in my stash for about 8 years. I used some of them when I first got them, but I decided not to use them anymore for some unknown reason, and now I'm using them again. So, and as a matter of fact, there was only those two left, I'm sorry, and I used the last of them, so I finally at least used something up in my stash. I'm laughing because I'm hoping I did. Let's just hope I don't run into any of them later on in my stash. So I'm warming up the glue gun here, and I'm going to be using the glue gun to glue down some other things that I found in my stash, which are flowers. You can see those little white roses there in my container. And now I've got down the strips. I've got down these little pieces. And I'm starting to glue down the flowers. I'm cutting the wire off of the back of them, and I'm going to be using those to glue down here. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I'm using these flowers, believe it or not, is because I was looking for some decorations for my cap for graduation. and I'm going to be decorating my cap. And so I was like, oh, let me see what I got. Oh my gosh, I got more than I need. So I'm definitely going to have here in a little bit, about the second week of April here, a cap decoration little gathering together with some of my fellow peers there, my fellow student peers there. And I'm going to be inviting them over. There'll probably be about 4 of us, maybe 5, and we're going to all just sit down here and just have a good time and decorate our caps and stuff like that. So I thought that would be a good idea to do that. So that's what we're going to do, and because it's going to be fun, and I got plenty of stuff for them to do. I have like 2, I think I got 3, I'm sorry, I do. I think I have 3 hot glue guns. I mean, I have adhesive. I mean, actually, we're gonna need the glue guns, so I think 4 of us will be good, because if I have 3 glue guns, then someone's gonna get lucky and have their own glue gun. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now, just getting ready for that. And that's why I looked for those, and I just happened to see those flowers, and I say, you know what, these would be good on this layout, because that's exactly what it's all about. It's all about the flowers, and how many flowers it took for them to do over 30,000 flowers for them to make that goddess. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of flowers there. So anyway, that's a lot of flowers, and that's what it took for them to put the earth goddess together. Alrighty, so now I'm trying to figure out the title. Now, this gave me a hard time because I was trying to figure out how I wanted it. I mean, I didn't have enough space for it to go crossways, and so I'm going to put all these alphas down, only for me to take them back up. They're not super sticky, so I didn't really stick them down because I wasn't sure. And you can't see the G. So I was a little bit perturbed. My mom says that. And I decided to go ahead and put it another direction. Now that was a better direction, what you see me do right there, except I'm going to move it over more so, and then put it going down the side of the photo with the 2 S's and things like that. So I got it lined up there. And so I'm going to put Earth, and we're going to put that down, as well as my beautiful title there that matches one of the colors inside of the pattern papers. And I'm super happy about that. So there is the title, Earth Goddess. Yay, I finally figured it out. I was super happy once I put it all down. And then I put the little tiny little hearts down too. That was also on it. And all of that came from the same kit. The alphas was in the Felicity Jane Kit as well. Now I am cracking open some of the enamel dots there that I am putting a few down, not a whole lot, just in certain areas to kind of take up that space there, because I have like the flowers, the roses are glued down. You can see that's down, and then I'm going to put a few of those enamel dots. At first I was going to put some there where you see me doing that right now, but I forgot that my title is, I mean, not my title, but some of my journaling is actually going to go there. And I was like, oh man, crap. So what I did was I decided to go ahead and take those and move them to another location on the layout there. And that way I could, still use them, but put them in another location, which it worked out perfectly fine. So, and I got to keep reminding myself, this is scrapbooking. Nothing has to be perfect. Nothing has to be completely, totally, measured out or anything like that. I just have to remember that it is scrapbooking, and scrapbooking means taking scraps and scrapping your photos or whatever it is, or taking whatever scrap you have, whether it be ephemera or memorabilia or whatever it is. I got to keep reminding myself that. And then what I'm documenting is just documenting basically the memories and the story. So with that said, because I do have a video already up showing this Earth Goddess, I didn't really write a whole bunch, just a little bit snippets there to remind myself where it was and what it was and the date. So that's pretty much what I did there. That way I could remember that, and whoever else is looking at it could look at that too. And because they may not even look at the video, but I figured I got a good enough documentation on that. All right, so I got the strips up there, and I'm pretty much done with this layout. I think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of black, just a tiny bit. I'm rubbing off the excess glue there so it's not sticking to the next page, because right now I still have a stack of scrapbook pages I need to put in the albums. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad because I'm usually on top of that, but not this time. All right, so that is what you see me doing, gluing that last flower on there, and that is, or there's butterflies as well. So I got those down there, so I'm all done. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I'm glad I got a chance to use up this kit. And I'm sprinkling on now, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Bye.